you going? My name's Alice. I am an artist, a composer, and an aspiring French teacher. I assume if you clicked on this video, it's because you'd like to speak faster and more naturally in a foreign language, and I have 3 tips that I think can really help you out. I feel like we've all been in that situation where we're talking to someone who's being really patient, but they are obviously a lot more advanced than we are.
Et nous pensions que notre chien était perdu.
And often we have our words, we just can't get them out quickly enough.
Oui, c'est ça. Et j'étais là, mais mec, tu ne peux pas me faire ça. Tu es coureur, quoi. Et donc, finalement, je lui ai dit, toi et moi, c'est mort. J'en peux plus, en fait. Et du coup, maintenant, je suis célibataire. Voilà. Bon, trop bien. Je suis heureuse pour toi. Par contre, je vais aller me coucher maintenant. Ce que j'aurais aimé faire il y a 1 heure. Bonne nuit.
So if any of this is happening to you in your target language, stick around. I think my 3 tips are really going to help you. I come from a musical background, and learning French, I saw firsthand how I could apply my musical experience and musical knowledge to learning the language and how much it helped me advance way quicker. So musicy, languagey, speedy tips coming your way. Before we get into the video, my channel's really small at the moment, as you can see, but I absolutely love creating content for it, and any interaction that ever comes my way always makes my day. So if you could subscribe if you haven't already, chuck me a thumbs up and let me know anything that maybe I could help you with in terms of music, language, life, lipstick color. All you gotta do is ask. I'll let you know. Okay, let's get into the video. Tip number 3, talk to yourself. This might sound really simplistic, but honestly, it has been a huge key to me learning French.
Ok, j'ai envie de mettre un chapeau aujourd'hui. Je pense que je vais mettre celui-ci avec les tortues. Ah, comme t'es jolie. Mais Alice, pourquoi tu me mets pas? Tu penses pas que je sois jolie? Non, je te trouve très jolie, mon petit. J'avais juste envie de mettre celui-ci aujourd'hui. Parce que moi, je suis la plus belle. Attention, mes petits, il n'y a pas de compétition, hein?
In fact, when I went to France in January 2020, I spoke way less French than usual purely because I didn't want to speak to myself around the house within earshot of my host family.
Je vous aime également, mes petits chapeaux, ok? Mais moi, je suis la plus belle. Non, moi, je suis le plus beau. Ok, vous savez quoi? Je ne porterai pas de chapeau aujourd'hui. Voilà ce que vous avez fait. J'aurai peut-être un grand coup de soleil à cause de vous. Désolée, on est désolé. Ouais, on est très désolé, Alice. C'est pas grave. En fait, oui, je pense que je vais te mettre. Oh! Ah, bonjour. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Think about instrumentalists. They put in hours a day of practicing to perform. It's not hours a day of performing and therefore getting better at performing, but it's hours a day of time alone, pressure-free, working on your practice so that when the time to perform comes, you feel ready. Talking to yourself is also a great way to train yourself to be okay, to look silly, which I think is one of the most important skills learning a language can give us. And I also think it's an integral tool to being an artist. Tip number 2, your voice is your instrument. This one might get a little technical, but bear with me. I think it's a tool that could really, really help you. So when I was at university at the Sydney Conservatorium of Music, I was in an ensemble and I was so out of my depth. I didn't arrive. J'arrivais pas at playing the music that was in front of me on my music stand. Luckily, my desk buddy saw what distress I was in and offered me this incredible practice tip. Here's the gist of it. If you have a fast passage of music like this one, and you can't play it yet, you have a number of options. You can slow it down and gradually speed it up. Or, and this is what blew my mind, you can swing it one way and then swing it the other way. Then, after doing it a few times, suddenly it's way easier to play the fast passage because you've worked in isolation on the little joins between each note. So I asked myself, does this work with languages? Let's test that now, shall we? Here we are on French Wikipedia. Let's go article au hasard. That's a person. Let's find something with a little bit more text, a bit more meaty. Come on. Okay, what's this? Macrobe della decora. Ça, c'est pas du français, je crois. Alright, let's find out what it is. Cette espèce mesure environ 2 pouces. Ok. Elle est brun-vert. Elle possède des points noirs. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est une limace, je crois. Pardon. Elle possède des points noirs et rouges. Elle a 5 paires de yeux. Elle dispose une ventouse organe de succion à chaque extrémité et c'est celle qui est à sa tête qui possède des dents. Wow! I'm so happy to be learning about this. There's quite a bit of vocabulary that I don't really use day to day here, but let's say that I just have to really quickly describe this animal to someone because it's a matter of life or death. You know, I maybe someone's been bitten by this this animal. So I'm going to try and train myself to speak this paragraph really quickly by using the technique. Cette espèce mesure environ 2 pouces. Cette espèce mesure environ 2 pouces. Cette espèce mesure environ 2 pouces. Elle est brun-vert. Elle est brun-vert. Elle est brun-vert. Elle dispose d'une ventouse organe de succion à chaque extrémité et c'est qui est à sa tête possède des dents. Elle dispose d'une ventouse organe de succion à chaque extrémité et c'est... Cette espèce mesure environ 2 pouces. Elle est brun-vert. Elle possède des points noirs et rouges. Elle a 5 paires de yeux. Elle dispose d'une ventouse organe de succion à chaque extrémité et c'est celle qui est à sa tête qui possède des dents. Okay, cool. So if we had to save someone's life by giving that description really quickly but also while maintaining the meaning, I feel like I might have been able to do that. Of course you can't know until you're really in the situation, but I feel like now I'm a little bit more prepared for an attack by a Macrobe della decora. And that brings us to tip number 1, which is speak slowly. Oh, I hear the crowd say. And I know it's a little bit counterintuitive, but honestly, if we focus on precision, speaking at a speed where you can do all the mental maths that you need to do to be able to speak at a level you're proud of and communicate exactly what you want to communicate in a way that's clear, you are really setting yourself up for success because you're going to get faster little by little and you're not going to have to sacrifice pronunciation or grammar or anything else like that. By no means am I saying forbid yourself to make a mistake and speak slow enough that you'll never make a mistake, because no matter what speed you speak at, it's pretty likely to make mistakes and it's not at all a big deal. But I am saying that I'd much rather have someone sort of patiently wait for me to finish my sentence as opposed to ask me to repeat it many times because they haven't understood because I'm too focused on speaking quickly. Okay, I hope you found these tips useful. Please let me know if you have any of your own in the comments. I could probably use them to read the rest of this article about this slug thing. And if you liked this or you'd like more content like this, you know what to do. Okay, see you very soon for another video. Bye.